This week, my Reddit intelligence system flagged Notebook Navigator as the #1 post on ObsidianMD, so I installed it to see what all the hype was about. While reviewing old notes, I realized this pairs perfectly with something I've been experimenting with, using AI tools to actually improve notes inside my Vault. Today I'm going to show you the workflow I've been testing, including a plugin I've been developing that's making note creation interesting again. Here I am inside of Obsidian and I've gone ahead and installed the Notebook Navigator community plugin. So this community plugin replaces the default file explorer with a clean two-pane interface. At the time of recording this video, there's over 265,000 downloads. So to load your Notebook Navigator, you've got a little shortcut on the left pane here called Notebook Navigator. So you can left click that, or you can go Control P or Command P on a Mac. Type in Notebook and select Notebook Navigator Open. That opens two panes by default. So we can see we've got our left pane here and our right pane. And you can see we've got this little icon up the top here. So if we right click, we can pin that there. So it's always going to be there. Then the first one we have is shortcuts. So here you see I've got two tags as shortcuts. I can also click and drag notes in as shortcuts. And if I want to take out the note, I just hit the X, and I can also star them here, which puts them up there as well. Then we move down to recent files, so we can expand and see the 5 most recent files that I've been working on. And if you want to add more here, you can. I like to use this in conjunction with the recent files community plugin because that gives me a full list. So that way I've still got both running side by side. The next one down is your Obsidian Vault, and this one will show you how many notes that you've got. So I've got 4,675 notes. And then this little toggle here that says show files from subfolders, I can toggle that on or off. So you can see this one shows 46 notes in NoteLab, but if I toggle it on, it shows 5 in the subfolder progress bar test. And then if we move down to tags, we've got tags from A to Z. So if you want to just work on your seedlings, you can select your seedlings and go flush out all your new notes. My content discoveries I've got here, so I can flush them out, and it will sort them by date. So you can see this one's yesterday, past 7 days, past 30 days. And then there's also a little sort order here. So I can put the date edited newest on top or oldest on top, date created newest on top or oldest on top, title A to Z, file name A to Z, or property A to Z. You've also got this little change appearance. So you could go compact. I like it on default. You could show you more of the title row or the preview row. So if you want, say, 4 to read more of the note, I think the 2 is fine. So that looks better for me. Okay, so another thing you can do is if you want to sort by the number of tags, then you come into your settings, navigate down to Notebook Navigator, select the folders and tags, scroll all the way down and select frequency high to low. And now you see all your most popular tags at the top. So you can see mine is ideas, source, and habits. I like to leave it on A to Z. If we scroll a little bit up, we can see we've got an option to toggle folder notes. If you use the folder notes community plugin, then you'll be familiar with how this functionality works. I've turned mine on there. Okay, we've also got an option for a calendar. So we've got a little show calendar here, and then down the bottom, it shows the month, the quarter, the highlighted date, and the week. And if you want to click, you can load your daily note template, which is handy. And if you want to show less or more of the calendar, then you can go up to calendar here, and you can put it on the right sidebar. And that's what it looks like over there. And you can also select if you only want to show 1 week. So you can see that's 1 week. 4 weeks, and there's a few other options to toggle off the week number, quarter, today's date, etc. So one other thing is there are some appearance customizations that you can do. So you can see for cards here, I could right click and change the color. So if I wanted to make it green or red, so we'll just choose green. And now you can see it's green. If I want to go back and choose the default, just remove the color and it will go back to how it was. You can also add icons or change the background. You can add it to your shortcuts. There's a few things you can do there, and you can also do a search inside the folder. One last thing is if you want to have more horizontal space, then you can click this button here to show a single pane, and then just click and drag, and that will give you more working space. So that way you can just toggle through and go in and back like so. For the purpose of this video, I'll just leave it on the standard mode. So that's a brief overview of the Notebook Navigator community plugin. So now I just wanted to tell you guys about a little side project that I'm working on called AI Tools for Obsidian. So it's built on the Agent Client Protocol by Zed, and it was originally created in the Agent Client plugin. So this community plugin allows you to bring your AI agents directly into Obsidian. So you can chat with Claude Code, Codex, Gemini, CLI, and other AI agents right from your vault. Think of it as an AI assistant, just a side panel away. Comes with a lot of cool features, so direct agent integration, image attachments, note mentions, /commands, multi-agent support, mode and modal switching, terminal integration, and permission management. Because it's in the development stage, you can only install it with the Brat plugin. So there's some install instructions here. So you really just need to copy this link here, jump into Obsidian, go install the Brat plugin. Once you've got Brat installed, then you come down to where it says beta plugin list, add beta plugin, paste in the GitHub link. It'll go green, select latest version, and then select add plugin. Once the plugin's added, you can enable it, and you'll see I've got AI tools enabled here. So my active agent is Claude Code. It needs to have Node installed on your computer, so I tell it where Node is installed. You also need Claude Code installed also, and the one last prerequisite is an API key from chat.obsidianaitools.com. Obsidian AI Tools allows you to unlock AI tools inside Obsidian. So there's a little subscribe link here. In a nutshell, you get access to all the premium AI models for $7 per month. And if you want to know what that looks like, over here at chat.obsidianaitools.com, I've got Gemini 3 Pro selected, so I can use that model there. I could also choose another model. So we've got a few other Gemini models, GPT models, other models from Qwen, Minimax, and right up the top, there's all Anthropic's models. So if you wanted to use Claude 4.4 Sonnet, you can use that one, and you can set that as your default. So what we need to do is go into our settings and grab our API key here, jump back into Obsidian and paste it where it says API key. Show you how it works. On the right-hand side here, I've got a little icon called AI Tools. So I'm going to click on that one, and that's going to load up Claude Code in the right pane. You can notice that it's recognized the note that I currently have open, hypnotism. If I wanted to reference another note, I just hit at and type the note that I want to reference. But I want to work on this one. So I'm going to say, can you fix my note based on my ideas template in 6 toolkit templates? I know that's where all my templates are, so I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go look in my toolkit here under templates, and it's going to find my idea template, so it knows the type of format that I use. So now that it can see both files, it can fix the hypnotism note, and we can see that it's made a recommendation on what it's going to fix. So it's going to add the missing YAML properties up the top here. In green, we'll show you what's going to change. Then I'm going to have some meta details below with dates. It'll still keep my quote, and it's going to keep my reflection note as well. So I can either always allow, or reject. I'm going to say allow. So now it's fixed my note. I can come up to the top here and I can see that I've got some new YAML properties there. It's missing topics and summary. So let's add a summary. Please add a summary. Okay, so this is the old summary. This is the new one. So I'm going to say allow, and let's go have a look. So the summary is we are all hypnotized by ideas, both from others and ourselves. These implanted beliefs affect our behavior and abilities upstream. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so that note's looking pretty good now. We've got enough in there. We just want to upgrade our seedling. So let's go ahead and do that. I'd say we'll quite safely make this a fern. Status will be summarized. We could probably put some topics in there if we wanted to. So I might just put in personal development. All right, so here I have a note called Frosty. Over on the right-hand pane in my AI tools, you can see it's referencing the note Frosty. If I didn't want to reference that one, I could at and select another note. I can also use /command. So if I hit /, it has access to all my Obsidian skills and commands. So what I want to do is I want to fix up the formatting for this note. So I'm going to go down and use my little command here, fix ideas note formatting. So I'm going to select this one. So it's found my ideas template. And now it wants to know which one I want to update. So what I'll do is I'll select this little plus, and that selects this note. I'll say this note, please. So now we can see what changes have been made. So because we're missing YAML properties at the top, Claude Code's going to add this YAML block here. So I can see that energy and sleep is missing from the tags there. So we'll need to ensure that that's in there, but it's gone ahead and added the missing date times. And then we've got a few changes down below that. I'm just going to say allow. So now you can see it's gone ahead and made those changes, and then it gives me a summary of the changes applied. So let's have a look. So we've got some nice YAML properties there. Still got our external link and external sources down here. So we'll take this one out and we'll move this one up to here. Because it didn't add those two tags, can you please add the missing tags to YAML from the original note? So you can see that it still remembers what they were. So now it's going to go add energy and sleep back in. So I'll just say allow. Now we have energy and sleep. So we can have a look at that. Take out our seedling, upgrade that to a fern. And now we have a nice formatted note looking pretty close to my ideas template. All right, so let's do something else. So this time we have a concept note, and this one is missing YAML properties as well. And we need to reformat our date properties. So we can use the command fix concept for this one. So I'm just going to go fix concept, add my note back in. So it knows to fix the concept on this note here. Enter for that one. So it's going to go find my new concept template. So it knows what my concept template looks like. And it's going to apply that formatting to this note here based on that particular template. We can see the changes that are being made. So this time it looks like it's put the tags in, got related notes here, so our date properties, and then the rest of the note. So we're just going to hit allow on that one. That will go make those changes, and it'll give us a summary there of what changes were made. So we can see that added YAML front matter, converted meta details, reconstructed sections, and preserved all existing content. We can go double check that. We can upgrade our seedling to a tree. We're missing category and topic area, so we could prompt the AI to add that if we wanted to. Otherwise, everything looks pretty good. Let's just jump into VS Code quickly, and I just want to show you where my commands are. So in my .claude folder, which lives in my Obsidian Vault, got these commands here. So I'm just going to open up the fix concept, which is the one that we just ran. So you can see the description is fix concept note formatting using the new concept template. I'm allowing tools to read and edit, telling it where my new concept template is, and then I'm giving it some instructions. So every time I call these commands inside of my Obsidian Vault, such as the fix concept or fix idea or fix book, is basically giving instructions on how to fix notes that have incorrect formatting inside of my Obsidian Vault. I can also use my Obsidian skills here. So you can see I've got all these skills that I've been making. And in my last video, I made some agents as well, so I could utilize those as well. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just using commands and skills. So we've got one here, Focus by Richard Koch, and we can see that we've got some formatting issues here as well. So we can either continue on in this chat window here, or up the top here, we could say new chat, or we could save this one and it'll export it as a markdown note. So let's just go new chat. It's already got the note that I've got open. Then I just need to use my fix idea command, make sure I've got the note selected and hit enter. So it's going to help me fix the ideas note, and then here are the changes. So we've got some YAML properties there, which don't look like the ones I want. I'm going to reject this one this time. I'm going to say it needs to have the same structure as my ideas template, and I use the @ to reference that note. Okay, so that looks a lot better. It's still missing my tags here, so I need to ensure that those tags are included. Otherwise, it's looking a lot better. We'll just say allow and say, please add missing tags to YAML. Okay, and now it's gone ahead and added those missing tags. So I'll just hit allow and we can go up and have a look. And what I might do is get rid of that one, get rid of this one. Everything else is fine. That all looks good there. So we can upgrade this to completed. It's missing a summary, so please add a summary. Let's have a look, see what summary it adds. Here's the summary here, so we'll allow that one. Now we've got embrace the 80-20 principle by choosing one basket carefully and focusing all your energy on it. Pretty happy with that one. All right, so we might want to improve this quote here. So let's ask Claude, can we improve the quote? It'll give us a few suggestions on how to improve the quote. So I think it's fine. I just wanted to get some feedback. So I'm just going to say reject. Now we've got a tool here that needs fixing. So this time we can use our fix tool command. Let's go over and have a look at that one. We've got fix tools note formatting, and I might just ensure to add all existing tags in original notes to YAML, because we keep having to ask that. So let's go back to Obsidian and we'll use our / command fix tool, and we need to select our note again. And then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so then we can see that we've got our YAML properties now, our date, information, action item, and the rest of our notes. So we hit allow, and now that's gone and made those formatting changes for me. So I can change this seedling to a fern or probably even a tree. And that's looking pretty good. And if I want to make any more iterations to that note, then I can do so with Claude. Okay, so let's go down and flush out a book note. So we can see I've got this tag that looks like a book. And you can see I've got some book covers in there. So we've got one missing here and here. So let's select this note here that we've got a missing book note. Now we do have a cover base for them for the book note here. So I'm just going to copy this and go down inside of the note, put an exclamation mark and paste that in. And you can see there's the book cover there. So now it appears up here. And then once I've triggered that, I'm going to take it out. What happened there is it's found an image in the note, and the featured image plugin has added the feature image and the thumbnail to the note, and then it shows up inside of Notebook Navigator. So that's a quick way to add featured images to your Notebook Navigator. Let's now have a look at a YouTube note that we need to fix. So we've got some YAML properties here. We've got some redundant information here, as well as some missing best ideas and tools. So we're going to use our command fix YTV and add the best ideas and tools also suggest a reflection. So let's see what happens with that. Submit that one. So the first thing it's going to do is going to reference my YouTube template. Then we've got our YAML properties, so we can compare that against what we've got here. Some best ideas, tools, and reflections. So let's just hit allow. We'll have a look at those changes. Let's go down here. Now we have some best ideas and we have some tools and a little reflection note. We can also see we've got a little summary of what was changed. If we want to further refine from there, then we can go ahead and do that. The only thing I'd probably add is a featured image. There we've got our featured image. Once we've added that, we can just take this out because it'll add it down here. So that's a quick demonstration of AI tools inside of Obsidian. It's still work in progress, but if you do have an Obsidian AI Tools subscription and you want to have a play with it, feel free to install it via Brat. Suggest anything that you think would make the plugin better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.